In one section of the LaPointe Hall, we were literally right over these graves. We talked to the nuns and the priests, and they just said, well, it's just in your mind. But,
the Dene Nation is vying to search 15 residential school sites with ground-penetrating radar for unmarked graves across Denendeh. Submitting that proposal comes with big emotions, important questions for survivors and their families who are attending the Dene National Assembly outside of Yellowknife.
What's the protocol after that? Is that something that the First Nation ourselves, are we the ones that are going to set up the protocol to make sure that the ceremonies that normally come with something like that is done properly?
The project is expected to take 2 years and include archival research and consultation with elders. Research coordinator Tom Andrews has experience with searches in Fort Providence and Thethili Narrows.
We know in a lot of the communities there are a key number of elders who have very particular knowledge about the history of the residential schools, where the graves are, etc., and it'd be really important to combine and collect that knowledge as well.
How far can you pick up the ground graveyard and with the radar? Because I'll tell you now, indigenous graveyard, sometime in Esker, probably be deep, and probably on Muskeg will probably be frozen ground, probably be shallow.
Depending on the kind of machine, it can see up to 8 meters, but the depth at which it works the best is 1 to 2 meters below the surface.
Bettingclay First Nation member Rebecca Gray also comes with experience in burial research and will earn a PhD as she helps with the project.
Yeah, I just want curious to see how does that affect you, like emotionally, spiritually?
I found myself affected by it and still continue to, not just with the impact of the children's spirits, but also with the surviving members who are still there in the communities.
The proposal includes long-term healing and memorial work, which could be similar to Fort Providence, who created a commemorative site with names of children who died at the Sacred Heart Mission School.
I've been to the memorial site in Providence. I have 3 of my relatives that never made it home. 3 years in a row I've visited the site along with some other elders.
I have often wondered what happened to them.
Family of missing children like survivor Paul Andrew says he hopes the work will bring him answers.
Is it possible that I have cousins somewhere in the world? Or is that it? I don't know if those questions will ever be answered. But I sure hope that we can get a sense of that, so that I will have closure, and that my dad and my grandmother will also have closure in this. No more wondering what happened to my aunts.
Charlotte Mort Jacobs, APTN National News, Willowday, Chief Dry Geese Territory.